All right. I admit, I'm very late to the party here. I'll admit that, right? But it's something I wanted to talk about. I didn't talk about it in too much depth during my Premier League review for the previous match day, mainly because, to be honest with you, Liverpool kind of sucked against Manchester City, because we're going to talk about the controversial disallowed goal for Virgil van Dijk during that game. And if that goal stood, then they would have been going 1-1. As it was, they ended up losing 3-0. It could have changed the game. It could have changed the tide of the game. In truth, I think Liverpool probably would have lost anyway, but that's not the point. You know, wrong decisions are very important, and we want the referees to get as many of them right as possible. But did they get this one right? This was initially given on the pitch, but the VAR disallowed it. Now, Howard Webb, the head of the PGMOL, often comes on the show with Michael Owen, where they basically discuss the controversies around the VAR decisions. And it is pretty common for him to hold his hands up and be like, you know what, we got that one wrong. And a lot of Liverpool supporters and a lot of football fans in general really expected him to go, you know what, we messed up there. That should not have been disallowed. But instead, he doubled down on it. He said, you know what, that was correctly disallowed. Well done us, patting himself and his friends on the back as he did so. Figuratively. I mean, maybe literally. Maybe the referees meet up every now and again and pat each other on the back, you know? I don't know what they do in their spare time. That's none of my business. As long as they're not doing anything like David Coote did in his spare time, it's all good, really. Too soon? I don't think so. Anyway, that is definitely going to annoy some people, but come on, I had to say it. Anyway, Howard Webb, he said that this goal should not have stood. It was correctly disallowed. Liverpool fans are raging about this, and I'll give my take at the end of the video too. But let's have a look at his reasoning here, see if there's some sound basis for his claim here. Full article on thefootballchronicle.com as always. Refereeing chief Howard Webb has supported the official's controversial on-field decision to nullify a Virgil van Dijk goal during Liverpool's 3-0 defeat to Manchester City, stating that it was not unreasonable to judge Andy Robertson offside for interfering with play. The incident unfolded in the 38th minute when Robertson, standing offside, ducked under Virgil van Dijk's header as the ball flew past Manchester City goalkeeper Gianluigi Donnarumma and into the net. Referee Chris Kavanagh and assistant Stuart Burt ruled the Scotsman had impacted the play, and VAR Michael Oliver upheld the verdict. In response, Liverpool have submitted a formal complaint to the Professional Game Match Officials Limited, arguing that Robertson's actions did not meet the conditions required for an offside offence. Speaking on the match official's mic'd up programme, Webb said the incident demonstrated the difficulty of interpreting rulebook phrases such as interfering with an opponent, saying, quote, interfering with an opponent where the offside position player doesn't play the ball and the officials have to make a judgment whether the actions of that player impact an opponent are some of the most subjective decisions that we have to make. We know the corner comes in and the ball reaches Virgil van Dijk. As the ball's coming across the penalty area, the Man City players move out. They leave Robertson in that offside position in the heart of the 6-yard box. He, Robertson, makes that clear action to duck below the ball. The ball's coming right towards him and he has to duck out of the way. They form the conclusion that that impacts Donnarumma's ability just to dive towards the ball and make that save. The VAR determines that the outcome of offside is not clearly and obviously wrong, and they stay out of it. Only Donnarumma truly knows if he was impacted by this. End quote. Unsurprisingly though, Liverpool manager Arne Slot did not agree with this assessment. But the big question is, do I agree with this assessment? No, I don't. I mean, I understand why you think it's maybe worth disallowing. I get that. I get the thinking behind that. I get the ethos behind that. Because, yes, Robertson is in an offside position. Yes, the ball does go over him. And yes, you could argue that he is interfering with play there. However, he deliberately ducks out of the way. And I know that as a goalkeeper, you need to think about that. You need to think that possibly Robertson's going to touch this and try and head it in. And you don't know whether Robertson's going to make contact with it. Obviously, if Robertson makes contact with it and it goes in the net, it's an offside goal. 100%, right? Nobody will disagree with that. But the fact that he doesn't make contact with it, and to be honest, is Donnarumma saving that? even if Robertson isn't there. This is the question I always ask myself in these situations. Is Donnarumma saving that if Robertson's there? Let's just make Robertson disappear, right? Disappear. He evaporates. He's not there anymore, right? He got sent off earlier, right? He's having a bath. He's having a shower, you know? Is Donnarumma saving that header from Van Dijk? No. I don't think he is, to be honest. I mean, we don't know. We don't know. If buts and maybes, we don't know for sure. But in my opinion, I don't think he's saving it. I reckon there's maybe a 5-10% chance he's saving that and a 90-95% chance that he's not. So for me, I think the goal should have stood. Did Liverpool deserve to get something out of that game? No, they were terrible. They sucked. They got beaten 3-0. It could have easily been more, right? But that's beside the point. For me, they should have got an equalising goal there. I'll be perfectly honest. But guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Should the VAR have intervened and overturned that decision? Should they not have? I got that wrong in the intro. I thought they initially allowed the goal. But according to this article on thefootballchronicle.com, it wasn't allowed initially. So, you know, you can argue that it's not clear or obvious, but I don't know. It looks pretty clear to me, personally. That's just my take. Like, share, comment, subscribe, guys. Have a fantastic day wherever in the world today, and we'll see you very soon.